All right. Let's get into it. We are now creating a triangle. Triangle ABC. With AB being, let's use the same measurements, 5 centimeters. 5 centimeters. We have AC being 6 centimeters. The angle of A equals 120 degrees, and the angle of C equals 20 being something more there. 30, 60 degrees. 60 degrees. As you can now see, I do not only have one angle, but I have two. So, in order to get both correct, you need to be able to do the first right. Because exercises like these, if the one is wrong, the other is obviously wrong. You have two angles, not just one anymore. So, first step, here we go. AB, 5 centimeters. This should go fluidly. Five centimeters, AB. 5 centimeters. Do not forget to write the 5 centimeters. Do not forget to write AB and so forth. My compass is always at 3. Mine is always at 3. 3. Here we have 60. There we have 120. And I said the angle of AC equals 6 centimeters. So we have there 6. There it is, 6. Are we finished? Certainly not. Because we also have the angle of, it's not the angle of C, it's the angle of B. My apologies. It's B. My apologies. Angle of B. So, the exact same thing you did at A is the exact same thing you're doing where? At B. But this time you're doing it in the opposite direction. Let me give for example. You do the same thing. Here it is. Yes, there we go. Yes, you do the exact same thing. And where do you start? You start here. This is 60 degrees. You start at the opposite direction. That is 60. So you're doing the exact same thing in reverse. So before you did this, here was 60. Now you stand here, and this one is 60. 60 degrees for this line, this angle. So you pass the line through here. You get a very long line. My apologies for this. But don't worry connecting them. Don't worry connecting them. Yes? Yes, just leave it like this. So here we have 120, and there we have 60. You're doing the exact same thing. There we go, 60, exactly on 60. 60, there it goes, 60. Yes, so you have one angle is 120 and the other angle is 60. So if it were to be a parallelogram, the only thing you had to do was do this, and then it will be a parallelogram. That's it. But in this case, it's not. But we will get to there. Yes, do not worry about closing it, because they will not close. Which one? This? 60. Oh, sorry, centimeters. No, I didn't state. I just wanted 60 degrees. All right. So, you have to be comfortable with creating the first angle for you to be comfortable creating the second angle. Because if I say create a triangle, 150 degrees and the other 30 degrees, it should not take you 15 minutes. It should take you 1 minute. Triangle. DEF. DE being 5 centimeters. DF 6 centimeters. DF 6 centimeters. Angle of D. Let's make this 120 again. 120 degrees. And then the angle of E has to be 30 degrees. Now the triangle will close. DF, DE being 5 centimeters. DF 6 centimeters. Angle of D 120. Angle of E 30. So, by now, you should be able to do it within 2 minutes. Within. Because you're already comfortable with the first one. So the first one should not take you more than 1 minute. AB. There we go. That is DE. 5 centimeters. Compass always at 3. There we go. That's 1. 1. 2. That's 120. 6 centimeters. Passing it through. There we go. We go to the other arc, so the other end. Create the semicircle. This is the first arc. And how do I make 30 degrees again? I stand the same place, make another arc, and I stand at the 60 and create the other arc. So I stand there, get here, And then here, that one. So that is 30 degrees. And then what do we get? There we go. We have angle of D 120 degrees, and we have angle of E 30 degrees. Do not forget to place the measurements given 5 and 6. So you have to place here 6 centimeters. Do not worry with the longer one, this one, because they only asked 5 centimeters, 6 centimeters, 120 and 30. So that has to come back here. 5, 6, 120, 30. Everything that's here has to come back here. The other ones don't matter. So you can see it starts to get very messy the more angles you have to create. All right. We move on to something called parallelogram. Page 162 is something you have to get acquainted with. Why? They can ask this of you in a paper 1. In a paper 1, they can ask you, name the parallelogram which all sides are equal. And they give you kite, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus. And the answer would have been rhombus. A parallelogram, as you can see, opposite sides are equal. You have a parallelogram. This angle is the exact same as this angle. These two angles are the same in a parallelogram. So that's what you have to take into consideration. You have two angles that are exactly the same. All right. Sorry, that's a rhombus, parallelogram. These two angles are the same, meaning these two angles are also the same. So if this one is 120, this is also 120. If you remember correctly, what is this? This looks like a Z. All these things come back. So, parallelogram, this angle is the same as that angle, meaning this one is also the same as that one. They can tell you, for example, create a parallelogram which this angle is 45 degrees. That's it. You have to know what the rest of the angle should be. The next thing you should definitely know is a rhombus. I've seen it come in CSEC exams before. Rhombus has all sides equal. All sides in the rhombus are equal. Meaning, all degrees in the rhombus, the two sides are equal. So rhombus, lengths are equal. The rhombus, all lengths are equal. Parallelogram, it can measure in the different measurements. So, let's create a parallelogram. It's very simple, very easy. and then you can create a rhombus. All right. Do we have time? We have time. Good. Parallelogram. Parallelogram, two L's. Oh, my handwriting on my left hand is awful. A, B, C, D. AB, 5 centimeters. Do A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. B, C, D. I have to walk with the train. Do AC. A or B. AD. 6 centimeters. So we have a parallelogram. Looks like this. You have A, B, C, D. This is what it should be. Starts here, A, B, C, D. All right. We have the angle of A. Or let's do 150 degrees. Angle of A, 150 degrees. In most cases, that's it. That's all they give you. Make a parallelogram. So, you start the same way as you would when making a triangle. It starts always the same. There's no difference. We have 5 centimeters. Centimeters. I have it at 3. Two. I stand here. 1, 2, that's 150. Yes, so a parallelogram is the same as a square or rectangle in forms of degrees. You have a rectangle or square, you know that each side equals 90 degrees. Each side is 90 degrees. Why does it have 90 degrees? They're all straight. The angle is a straight angle. And you have 4 points. You see? 4 corners. Any and all shapes that have 4 corners equal 360 degrees. All shapes that have 4 corners equals 360 degrees. So, if I tell you this is 150, and you know in a parallelogram, if I do this, you know that the other side is also 150. The question is, what is left for the other 2 angles, which are also the same? So, if the parallelogram is 360 degrees, I count my 2 angles, 150 and 150. That equals 300 degrees. When I subtract 360 from that 300, I'm left with 60 degrees for 2 angles. So I have to take that 60 degrees and divide it equally among them both. So the angle of B is 30 degrees and the angle of D is 30 degrees. So that's the difference in a parallelogram, which you have to calculate the other angles. So what do we get? 30 degrees for B. Here we go. 3. That is 60. Take there. 30. It has to be the same length. Oh, sorry, it has to be longer. Sorry. Where are we? Here. All right. This is what it should look like. As you can see, as I said earlier, it gets very messy. So if you decide to, cheat and use this, I will notice it immediately because there are so many lines that need to be created. And if one is off and your parallelogram is in pristine condition, means it's perfect, 0 marks. I only have to take one compass, put it there. Oh, this angle is wrong, wrong. I don't even continue to look at it. Means you cheated. So in order to get comfortable with creating parallelograms, you have to first get comfortable with creating angles first on one side, then you go to the next side, then you can create more shapes. This one is 30, and we said this is 6 centimeters. Here we have 5. That's it. Oh, C, and then D, A, B, C, D. And you literally have to leave it like that. Unfortunately, we have run out of time. Unfortunately. So, the homework. We have lessons. Let me see, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow is Thursday. Yes, tomorrow. Two triangles. Make all of them the same. AB 5. AB 5 centimeters. AC 6 centimeters. Angle of A 150 degrees. Angle of B 30 degrees. DEF same lengths. DE 5 centimeters, DF 6 centimeters, angle of D 90 degrees, angle of E 45 degrees.